Welcome to Rev Sports. I'm Gargi Raut and I'm joined by Mujumdar here. And when we look back on yesterday, what a night. India has had 2 Olympic medals, 1 bronze, 1 silver from Neeraj Chopra. But when we look at those 2 breakthroughs, it was much needed for Indian fans after a sort of black day that we had. Boria, how do you feel about this? Yesterday, India needed those 2 medals. India really needed those 2 medals.
The point is, the I was reading a number of social media reports. Let's celebrate Neeraj and let's also celebrate Arshad Nadeem. I mean, that was an incredible effort. A lot of Indians are saying Pakistan upar gaya, etc. वो आज के लिए छोड़ दीजिए. Arshad Nadeem was the Bob Beamon moment of this Olympic Games, and that's it. That's where the matter stops, because somebody who has thrown 92.97 meters is humongous. So let's leave that aside. Celebrate Arshad Nadeem, because this is Olympic Games. It's not about India Pakistan. At the same time, I think Neeraj Chopra is just unbelievable. Somebody who had a groin issue, someone who had a groin issue, to be able to manage that groin issue and then throw 89.45 meters, which is close to 90 meters, and win you an Olympic silver at the back of an Olympic gold and a Diamond League medal and a title and a World Championship medal and a Asian Games gold is an incredible athlete. He's a genius of our times, someone who is just sensational. Then till 2:45 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning, he stood there to do media interviews. Everybody, all television channels and digital platforms got 2 minutes, 3 minutes from him. Till 3 a.m., he stood there outside the stadium doing these interviews. Tells you about him as a person. So it was enormous. I mean, I think Neeraj Chopra and the hockey team as much. I mean, whether it is Srijesh, whether it is Harmanpreet Singh, whether it is the rest of the hockey boys. Hockey is always very special, Gargi. This is not an individual medal. Hockey is a sport that kind of galvanizes the Indian nation. It sort of brings together the Indian nation. It's about emotion. Hockey is about emotion. So Neeraj Chopra and hockey, think about it. How many times yesterday you and I were doing the show, I think at about 1:30 a.m. India time, right?
Yeah.
How many times have you seen Indians staying awake at 2 a.m. in the morning watching a non-cricket event? Neeraj Chopra had galvanized the country in a manner that all of India was watching an athletics competition, which is not cricket, for one man. Now, if that is not a revolution, then I don't know what a revolution is. And so continuing from hockey, which was around 7:30 in the evening, and then Neeraj Chopra midnight, I thought it was some incredible few hours in the annals of Indian sport. Yes, you can absolutely say that could have been better, but that's what sport is. You will always strive to get better and better and better. So Neeraj, hopefully win LA, will once again come back for another Olympic gold. Win Nagoya at the Asian Games, will once again come back to fight with Arshad for a gold. This has now become a showpiece rivalry in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. And Vipul here, Lakhara is also saying, apart from the medals, Neeraj Chopra's biggest achievement is that at midnight, whole of India is watching a non-cricketing sports and believing in him. Hats off. Absolutely. And, Boria Arka here brings up a great point. He says Neeraj's greatness is that he was not at his best yesterday. Still, he was able to clinch silver. That shows his standard is so high, even with that injury that he's spoken about now.
Absolutely, and think about it. It's a javelin, and if you have a groin issue for a javelin thrower, you're managing that issue because you want to get it done for your country at the Olympic level. Now, this is like a batter batting with a broken finger. This is like a batting with a split web, and it can hit you anytime, and blood can come out. This is like a bowler, who has a bit of a fast bowler who has a bit of a muscle issue, still running in for your country. To put things in perspective, you have to understand the humongous achievement of Neeraj Chopra. The fact that he was able to manage that injury and still go through 89.34 meters and then in a couple of days 89.45 meters is just unbelievable. It's mind blowing. And then you tend to think that, boss, what is this guy made of? And I keep saying it, before Neeraj Chopra, I have not seen India. I have not seen India wake up or stay up at around midnight and 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. and watch one man. It's one man. He's kept all of India awake. He's kept all. Now, when he throws a Diamond League, people watch. When he throws a normal javelin in Bhubaneswar, people watch. When he's throwing at the Olympic Games, all of India is watching. He's trending. This is to be able to do this. And look at the brands he's endorsing. Look at the brands he's endorsing. Omega. It's a global brand. The one of the world's, by the way, sponsors of the Olympic Games. Everything here, all the score sheets, all the times, all the scoreboards that you are seeing at the main Stade de France are Omega. Neeraj Chopra is the leading brand ambassador for Omega, who are also sponsors of the Olympic Games. He's the face of so many other brands, Limca Glucocharge, who's our sponsor also. So look at the number of sponsors and the quality of sponsors he's got. Neeraj Chopra is a once in a generation. He's India's greatest athlete, not he by a distance, and that is the point that one has to make. So I keep saying this: the hockey team, PR Shrijesh, Harmanpreet Singh, Mandeep, Manpreet, the rest of the boys, Hardik and Neeraj Chopra, unbelievable, unbelievable. I mean, 89.45 was good enough for a gold medal. It is it is any day good enough for a gold medal. He threw 87.58 in Tokyo. Now someone throws 92.97. Credit to that man rather than anything else. You're on mute.
Oh, oops, my bad. Uh, I mean, I was saying that it was Arshad's day completely. I mean, if someone throws a 92-meter throw, what can you even do? What can you even do at that point? But in that exclusive, also Neeraj said that it was Arshad's day, and I didn't have that kind of day. So it's all about luck as well. It's a little bit about luck as well. But when you look back on Neeraj's campaign, this has meant so much for India. We were all, I think this is the first time, not the first time, but one of the very few times that we were going in thinking, this is going to be a gold medal. This is going to be a gold medal. Talk a little bit more about, how much Neeraj has actually changed sport in India. And like you said, the whole of India watching at midnight just to see a glimpse of Neeraj Chopra.
Absolutely. And think of the pressure. When you talk about pressure of the cricket team, it is collective pressure. There's pressure on Rohit Sharma, there's pressure on Virat Kohli, there's pressure on Hardik Pandya, there's pressure on Surya Kumar Yadav, there's pressure on Jasprit Bumrah. It's a team game, and there are multiple stars in that team. And here's one man. Here's one man. Somebody comes and throws Mondo Duplantis at us, we say we have Neeraj Chopra. Someone says Noah Lyles, we say Neeraj Chopra. Somebody comes and says, hello, we have got ex-athlete and 25 gold medals, we say Neeraj Chopra. So, Neeraj is the answer to every probe that other countries might have about Olympic sport. In India, he's that kind of phenomenon that we are not used to. We are used to failure. We trust me, we are used to failure at the Olympic level. Yes, Gargi, we've come fourth. Oh, we just missed the medal by a whisker. Oh, we missed the medal by 1 kilogram. We missed the tie break by 1 point by count back. That's India. That is Indian reality at the Olympic Games. Neeraj Chopra comes and changes everything. Tell me one competition. One competition. I was trying to explain to my people last night, and I think, yeah, I mean, who did I say this to? I think I said this to Shormishta last night. I don't think he has played one competition since Tokyo where he has not medaled. It's either a gold or a silver, or at the top of the podium. How is it possible? Since Tokyo, think of everything. Every Diamond League that he has played, every Diamond League competition that he has played since Tokyo, every World Championship that he has played, Asian Games that he has played, the domestic competition in Bhubaneswar or whatever he has played, every competition that Neeraj Chopra has played, he has either won gold or he has medaled and has been at the top of the podium. He also won the Diamond League overall last year. How do you explain this? How do you explain this consistency? I mean, he has actually galvanized, and that's why I said it, that when I keep in mind a Tendulkar, a Bindra, anyone, Sindhu, Mary, you think of all of these names, and yes, I keep in mind a Dhyan Chand. I actually keep in mind the Dhyan Chand. I mean, Europe had not taken to field hockey in the manner that we know field hockey now. So even I keep in mind the Dhyan Chand and Arup Singh, and I think sport wasn't sport. It wasn't the same. I think Neeraj Chopra is India's greatest ever athlete of all time. Of all time. I mean, for me, he's the greatest Indian athlete. That debate, I think, has been settled. I think has been settled by Neeraj Chopra.
Absolutely. I don't think anyone has been dominating the way that Neeraj has. And to celebrate him, we have an exclusive interview with Neeraj Chopra after his silver medal win yesterday. So take a look at this. Enjoy.
के बाद गोल्ड के बाद पेरिस में सिल्वर। नीरज भाई, मेनी कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस। आज का आपका कंडीशंस बोलिए, इंजरी के बाद अब आ रहे थे, एंड आपका खुद का परफॉर्मेंस के ऊपर बोलिए, एंड कंडीशंस भी कैसा था, हवा चल रहा था कि वो, इसके बारे में बोलिए।
नहीं, कंडीशन तो अगर थोड़ा अच्छी लगे तो सही था कंडीशन, और काफ़ी तगड़ा कंपटीशन था। और वही है कि शायद से जो जिस तरीके से होना चाहिए था शायद वो दिन अपना नहीं था, वो दिन अरशद का था, जो अरशद ने काफ़ी अच्छी थ्रो भी लगाई। पर वही है, अब आगे और कंपटीशन होंगे और उनमें कोशिश करेंगे कि हर तरीके से परफेक्ट होकर जाएं और अच्छी थ्रो लगाएं।
अरशद की बात आप कर रहे थे कि पेरिस में मैच हो रहा था एंड इंडिया वर्सेस पाकिस्तान चल रहा था, तो वो क्या अलग सा एक प्रेशर बनाता है?
नहीं, देखो, ये पहली बार नहीं हो रहा, ये काफ़ी बार हो चुका है पहले भी अरशद के साथ कंपटीशन। और कोई यहाँ पे दो लोगों में कंपटीशन नहीं हो रहा, यहाँ पे बाकी कंट्री के लोग भी थे और एथलीट भी थे, सभी के बीच में अच्छा कंपटीशन था। पर वही है कि जैसे मैं बोलता हूँ हमेशा कि खिलाड़ी का दिन होता है, आज शायद अरशद का दिन था, टोक्यो में अपना दिन था या बुडापेस्ट में अपना दिन था, तो वो है, वो एक्सेप्ट करना चाहिए और आगे जो कंपटीशन आएंगे उनकी तैयारी करेंगे और वहाँ पे फिर टक्कर होगी आपस में।
आखिरी सवाल, अरशद ने जब 92 क्रॉस कर दिया तब मन में क्या चल रहा था?
मन में ही चल रहा था कि शायद आज वो दिन है कि आज जो मेरी भी थ्रो है आज निकलेगी, क्योंकि जैसे अरशद की भी जब 90 निकली थी और उसके बाद आज 92, 97 ऐसे एकदम निकलती है थ्रो, 3-4 मीटर जेवलिन बढ़ जाती है। पर वही है कि आज का दिन भी वो नहीं था शायद, और फिर भी जो सीजन बेस्ट हुई 89.45 वो ठीक है, और जो थोड़ी बहुत दिक्कतें हैं उन पे काम करेंगे।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। हमारे पास 4 ब्रॉन्ज था, सिल्वर लाए। थैंक यू सो मच।
You can see everyone just waiting to get that interview. You know, already interview hasn't ended. Someone has barged in. But what a man Neeraj Chopra is. So humble. You're on mute.
I thought that was Sanjay Dudhane next to him. I mean, yes, every platform, whether it is, you just go check. Every non-rights holding platform did 2 to 3 minutes of Neeraj Chopra, and it is about asking him. See, Gargi, he could have easily said, "Look, I will give you 15 minutes. Take the bites, and that's it." He's gone for dope. He's finished it at 1:00, 1:30. It is not a compulsion for an athlete at that point in time in the night to spare time for the media individually. No, he could have just said, yes, हाँ बात कर रहे हैं, सबसे बात कर रहे हैं, आप लोग एक साथ ले लीजिए. To stay on for 20 people 3 minutes, it's an hour. He stayed there till 3 a.m. in the morning. 2:45 a.m. in the morning is when Rohan finished finally the interview and sent it. It tells you the nature of the guy, the humble humility, modesty, the very human nature of Neeraj Chopra. अभी भी आपको, सर आप कैसे हो, the basic, because you're older than him, nothing more. That little respect that you can see in Neeraj, that you can see in Shrijesh, that you can see in Harman, that you can see in the hockey boys, this defines these guys, and it's tremendous to see. It is tremendous because look, there is a world beyond a gold and a silver and a bronze. The world is called of Olympic values. ये खाली स्पोर्ट्स कंपटीशन तो है नहीं. Olympics is about ethicality, about values, about what it stands for, about symbolism, about global peace, about harmony. And that is when people said, अरे विनेश को क्यों नहीं हम लोगों ने इंजरी फेन करके वहां बोल दिया कि अरे इंजरी है. इससे नहीं होता है. I mean, this is the Olympic Games. This is not something else going on. So Neeraj Chopra and the hockey boys are at a different level. I mean, you should have seen the way the hockey boys was treating every fan. In fact, some of them went and took phones because obviously we have a privilege, right? The media has a privilege of going and getting the interview and standing there, and you have seen some of the photographs of the guys giving me a hug and all that. Some of the fans were behind, they were also wanting those photos, right? They were wanting those videos. So some of the guys actually asked us कि वो phone लेकर दीजिएगा, and then they turned and took the selfies, they took the videos and passed it on to the fans. Fantastic to see, fantastic to see. I mean, I was so impressed. After, when we were doing interviews, a couple of people from here must be, they brought in a few kids to Shrijesh with flags. Shrijesh individually stood there. By the way, the bus is gone. The team bus which went to the village when they changed and they came back for the medal, that team bus was going away. So they were calling Shrijesh. He said, "नहीं नहीं आप चले जाओ, मैं taxi लेके आ रहा हूँ." And he stood for each of the kids. He stood for each of the kids and posed for photos and signed autographs for them and then took a taxi back. Tremendous.
I think we have seen great character from the hockey boys. Neeraj, Manu as well. I think Rohan was telling us that she stood there after her win and gave interview to every single person that asked, because she said that I don't want you guys to be upset that I did the interview. So great character from all the Indian athletes. And when you think, they've just won an Olympic medal and this is their moment, they could go and celebrate. They should soak in this moment, but they're, doing a bit of service for the others as well. So that's great from the Indian athletes. But
I
before
mean,
we move on,
I'll tell you my Harmanpreet story. So,
yeah,
by the way, we were the only guys. So what happened was, because we have 6-7 people here. By the way, watch the Harmanpreet Singh interview at 12 noon.
yes,
And there's some big breaking news there. You can play a clip. But
yes.
What happened? So the hockey match finishes. Some interviews got done. Shrijesh, as we played it yesterday, we did first and we broke it and all that happened and others did. And Lalit Upadhyay was there and Mandeep was there and all of those, the 3 or 4 players were there. So all this finished, and then all this finished, the hockey boys went back. This was around 5:30. All of the media left the hockey venue and went for the javelin, which was supposed to start at 8 p.m. Now, because we had sent Rohan and Abhijit and Arinjay to the javelin, I told Trisha, I said, let me speak to Harman and we can join the javelin later. Let me give him a call and say, Captain, we are waiting. Come back from the village before you're meddling. Let's talk. Now, at that point in time, you don't even know if they'll take calls because they are celebrating. It is their moment to celebrate. I mean, it is within an hour and a half of winning a medal. And by the way, India is the only country, Gargi, only country that has won back-to-back hockey medals. Think about it. Tokyo, it was Australia, it was Belgium, it was India. Germany was 4th. Here it was Germany, Holland, and India. So even Germany, who was 4th, has not medaled back-to-back. India is the only hockey country that medaled back-to-back in an Olympic Games. I mean, in Tokyo and here. So it's an incredible achievement. So I call Harman and Amit, and Amit Rohidas starts telling me on the phone, "Arey sir, मैं आपका jersey लाना भूल गया, मैं लेके आता हूँ, आप चिंता ना करो." And you're like listening to the fellow, you're listening to the guy, and then Harman says, "आप वहीं पे हो?" I said, "हाँ." He said, "आप नीरज के लिए नहीं गए?" I said, "जाऊंगा थोड़ी देर में." He said, "आप वहीं पे रुक जाओ, मैं moment हम लोग पहुंचते हैं, मैं आपके पास आ जाता हूँ." That bus came, he went in, and by the way, the IOC volunteers were there because they had to get him ready for the medal ceremony and all. He stopped them. He said, "No, मुझे इनसे बात करना है." He comes out, meets Trisha and me, does the interview along with Bholanath Singh. And by the way, Bholanath Singh ji helped a lot as Secretary General of Hockey India. We did the interview. That's when he goes in. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Great, guys. Absolutely great. Gaurav Dharnik has sent us a super chat. He's saying, Boria, I'm sure in future, Neeraj will throw 90 plus consistently.
Yeah, why not? I mean, he's got years left. I think he will go in for a groin surgery. That's what he said at the press conference. He was managing that groin injury. He will go in for a groin surgery. And after that, the world is his oyster. If someone can manage a groin issue and go in through 89.45, fabulous. And by the way, these guys will again meet up. in the Diamond League, in the Asian Games, in the Commonwealth also, because India and Pakistan are both there in the Commonwealth. So in the Commonwealth Games, if I was a sports administrator running the Commonwealth Games, I would just sell this one rivalry and get money. Neeraj versus Arshad is now a Federer versus Nadal. You are talking about a country which has a billion people, and then it's Pakistan. You sell India, Pakistan. Look at world cricket. ICC always markets India, Pakistan, and makes money. That is the one match, despite Pakistan not being at their best in recent times. That is the one match, Neeraj versus Arshad, can be marketed like anything. You don't need to be a marketing genius to do that. So, absolutely. I mean, that's something that's tremendous. Let's take a lot of questions coming.
Yes, yes, definitely. Um, Abhishek Ghosh is saying, I am in LA following ref sports deeply. Thanks for the nice coverage throughout.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And by the way, coverage has not ended. Coverage is
Yeah,
not ended. I'm not saying something. I'm not, because people let things happen. But watch the Harmanpreet Singh interview at 12. We've already seen the Neeraj Chopra interview with Rohan. But something quite fantastic will happen today in terms of coverage. So let's not say it. Let's get it done, and we will then put it in front of you.
absolutely. Vipul is saying PR Srijay should be the male flag bearer through thoughts, Buryada.
Uh, Agree, but who was telling me this? I think Vivek or Nilkanta. One of them was telling me that they are going back.
Oh,
When are they going back? I don't know. But they were telling me that they are taking a flight. They are taking a flight. I actually don't know, either today or tomorrow. Now, if that is the
okay.
case, then they will not be able to have Srijesh, or they can request Srijesh to stay back. But every reason for Srijesh answered a question, Gargi. I must tell you this. Somebody from, I think it was AFP who asked Srijesh that, look, you come from a cricket crazy country. The cricketers are right there. How do you compare with hockey? And it was a question for Harmanpreet and Srijesh. So Harmanpreet says Srijesh will answer. And Srijesh then takes the call and says, look, cricket has more money. It's a great sport to watch, and we all love the sport. But hockey is also about emotion. And at times, money sort of slightly falls below emotion. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Somebody is saying, a lot of people, worst Olympic Games for India. 1952 to 1996, you did not win a single medal. What worst Olympic Games are you talking about? 2000, Karnam Maleshwari was the only winner. 2004, Rathore was the only winner. 2016, every day you would turn up and you would come back. Sakshi and Sindhu, that's it, end of story. So, what Olympic Games worst are we talking about? So, I think it is one of the most challenging Olympic Games. And had the Vinesh medal come, all of you would have said this is India's best games, because she was going in for gold. So, the real problem with this Olympic Games has been the Vinesh Phogat story. A lot of people asking about Vinesh Phogat. Harish Salve. Harish Salve is the Neeraj Chopra of his sport, of law. To get Harish Salve in, I'm told, is I think it's Mrs. Ambani. I think they've, as IOC member, they've come in and tried to do their best, and they've put the best person on the job. If you ask me, what are the chances? Look, with Harish Salve as as the country's greatest legal luminary, perhaps you have a chance. But let's put it this way: it's 10 to 90. Harish Salve is up against a mountain. Can he pull this off for India? If he can pull this off, it's a miracle. It is an absolute miracle. I mean, it's at 1 p.m. It's at 1 p.m. and then within a couple of hours, you should get some news. It's at 1 p.m. and within a couple of hours, you'll know. But are we pegging realistic chances? I will start jumping if something happens out of it. But let's not get our hopes up. Let's actually not get our hopes up, even if it's Harish Salve. Because if it's of it being Harish Salve, I'm kind of tempted to say, okay, let's keep our fingers crossed for a possible miracle. I broke the story with the moment I was told last night. You saw my tweets and all. that Harish Salve is the man. But let's see.
Okay. Praneeth is saying, Boria, you look very satisfied with India's performance.
You can never be satisfied with sport. I'm satisfied with what I saw last evening with the hockey boys and their determination. I'm satisfied with the effort that Neeraj Chopra puts in. Am I satisfied with the overall performance? Absolutely not. When you have sixth, first, fourth place finishes, you expected a medal out of Lakshya Sen. You should have got it. You expected a medal out of Mirabai Chanu. You should have got it. Think about it. Mirabai Chanu 1 kilo, 199 and 200. After you snatch 88, after you did 88 in the snatch, there's no reason why Mirabai Chanu will not medal. 100% she should have medaled. 100%. These were medals that were lost right there for us. Right there. Vinesh Phogat, how the hell do you describe that? You can never get your head around the 100 grams. You can't get your head around the 100 grams. So when you think of these moments, you think of an Arjun Babuta moment. You think of that Manu Bhakar shootout. She's second, and then all of a sudden that third medal gone in a shootout. And you then add these medals up to your tally, and you're like, oh God, oh God. I mean, this has been the most challenging. But at the same time, Nishan Dev was cheated. He should have got the first two bouts. He should have absolutely got the first two rounds, and the Nishan Dev medal hurts. He could have gone on. So when you think of these things, Gargi, you could have easily gone to 10, 11, 12 medals. And then you will end up at 5 or 6 medals. And you tend to think, boy, is this the cursed Olympics? But that's the Olympic Games. By lashing out, we get nowhere. We've got to back our athletes. We've got to back our sport. We've got to continuously strive to improve. You've got to get a Satvik Chirag back on the park, a Neeraj back on the park, more bodies. I think 117 athletes yesterday. Who was I was telling Abhinav Bindra that look, 117 athletes qualified. Let's get it to 234. The moment we get it to 234, that should be the mission for LA. That instead of 117, let's get 234 athletes to LA. If you're able to do that, more bodies on the park, you will get more medals. That's always the case. That's your step by step. Asian Games, Olympic Games, host a Youth Olympic Games. Forget 2036 right now. Host the Youth Olympic Games, get your medals tally up to 15, 20, then go in and host an Olympic Games. Take it step by step.
Roopdeep Kundu is saying, I'm waiting for Satvik's Olympic gold. Will it happen? Why not?
Why not? I mean, Satvik will be 27, 28, and Chirag will be 30, 31. 30, 31 is no age. At this point in time with sports science, look at Astrup and Rasmussen from Denmark. Look at Look at the Chinese Taipei pair. Look at Djokovic. Yeah. Look at everyone. If Djokovic can beat Alcaraz, why not Satvik and Chirag? They have role models in front of them. Why not? Absolutely, why not?
Yes, Anjan Kar is asking, is Kanan's health okay? And is Aman's weight in limit?
I've not heard anything on Aman's weighing. It is now, so I've not heard. I can quickly check for you.
Yeah. What about Kanan's health?
Oh. No, he's okay. He's okay. I mean, Kanan's fine. All of us are fatigued, actually. I mean, each one of us have. Trisha had a bit of fever. I was very. I mean, yesterday when I was doing Gargi's show at night, I literally couldn't speak because you're sort of pushing your body through, and the heat here is pretty much strong. You're pushing your body through 18, 19-hour days every single day. So each one of us are fatigued, but none of us have any health issues really.
Absolutely. And while you get that information on Aman, because he's playing his bronze medal match tonight, I'll play the Harmanpreet Kaur, a teaser from our exclusive.
Harmanpreet Singh.
Sorry. Harmanpreet Singh, our hockey skipper, who saved us last night. But here's a teaser from the exclusive interview. It will go at 12 p.m. today. So don't forget to watch the whole interview.
Well, this man is a favorite and he knows it. मैं बैंगलोर गया था तभी इन्होंने प्रॉमिस किया था. भोलानाथ जी ने तो अभी खबर फोड़ दिया है अबाउट श्रीजेश. पहले कैप्टन 10 गोल, दोबारा मेडल, टोक्यो 3-1 डाउन जर्मनी, अभी दोबारा आपने करके दिखाया 1-0. बताओ बॉस.
ये हमारे लिए बहुत स्पेशल मोमेंट है क्योंकि ये हॉकी के लिए बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट था कि हम ये मेडल जीतें और हॉकी को दोबारा से वो प्यार मिले। और लास्ट टाइम हमने जो किया था और बैक टू बैक करना, ये हिस्ट्री है एक हिसाब से। एंड आई रियली वांट टू थैंक्स टू सर जो डे वन से हमारे साथ खड़े हैं एंड हमें जो सपोर्ट मिला है हॉकी इंडिया से, साई से। सो आई थिंक वो बहुत हमारे लिए मायने रखता है। हर एक फैसिलिटीज़ की बात करूँ, ये मैं ऐसा नहीं कि हम जीते हैं इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ, बट ये हकीकत है जो पर्दे के पीछे वाली चीज़ें होती हैं जो लोगों तक नहीं पहुँचती हैं, वो मैंने बताना चाहता हूँ कि ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट था कि जब आपकी फेडरेशन, आपकी साई और आपके साथ खड़ी है और आपको फैसिलिटी मिल रही है, आपको हर एक टूर्नामेंट और मैचेस मिल रहे हैं, आप आउट ऑफ इंडिया मैचेस खेलने जा रहे हो, वो चीज़ आपको हेल्प करती है। तो वेरी दिल से मैं धन्यवाद करना चाहता हूँ इनका सर।
बोला जी, ये बताओ, इसके बारे में सामने नहीं पूछ रहा हूँ, बट कैप्टन अलग प्रेशर होता है। 10 गोल दाग देना कैप्टन बनने के बाद, भुवनेश्वर में वो हार जाने के बाद इसके साथ
You'll have to tune in at 12 to listen to that answer. But Harmanpreet Singh, what he said, that this is what it means to the boys. For Hockey India, like he said, this is a very, very special, not a special, but an important medal for the rise of that sport in India. And it's going to change a lot of things.
He's an incredible guy, absolutely incredible guy. I mean, yesterday I told him, Captain, jersey do museum ke liye. So he says, sir, एक क्यों, 2 देता हूँ। आप हमारे लिए हर समय खड़े हो, आप लोग रेव स्पोर्ट्स हमारे साथ हर समय जुड़ा हुआ है, आप ये सब चिंता ही ना करो, क्या चाहिए बताओ, आपको भेजूंगा। एंड यू नो there is a warmth because you stay with your athlete, and this has become a bond with us, whether it is with a Laksha, with a Sindhu, with a hockey boys, with a Neeraj, with Manu, or some of the people who have not won, like a Nikhat, like any one of them. You go ask them about rev sports and you will say the same. That's the kind of bonding that we have developed, and I want to say this to everyone watching. A lot of our usual viewers are watching. Kindly come the same way during the Paralympic Games. Kindly come. Because if you are watching Olympic sport, as a country, you must watch Paralympic sport. If you see Paris, already the branding has started to change. It's Avios now. And the 5 rings will be replaced by the Paralympic logo. And Paralympics will throw up some stories which will leave you dazzled. The story of a Sheetal Devi coming to the fore, the story of a Yogesh Kathunia, the story of a Sumit Antil, who will possibly create another world record for India at the Paralympic Games. These are mind-blowing stories, Gargi, mind-blowing stories. So when you support Olympic Games, come and support the Paralympic Games. We will be there. I don't know any other media will be there or not. We will have the same kind of passion and numbers. We will put people on the ground. We will all be here for the Paralympic Games and cover it with the same manner.
And final question, we've got Aman's bronze medal match today. What are you thinking of this? How positive are you?
It is, from what I know, it is against Abdullayev. Now, Abdullayev is a proven 57 kilogram wrestler. But just like Zelin Khan Abakarov, who he beat yesterday, I thought Abakarov would have been difficult. But just like he beat Abakarov, don't rule it past Aman to beat Abdullayev. I think it's a 50-50 fight. Aman has improved technically a lot. Higuchi, yes, was superior. But I think India has a serious chance of winning another medal with Aman. And then watch out for the 4x400 relay team, the men's team. Because they can do a 258 and make the final and be in the top 4, top 5 in the final. If an Indian men's relay team ends up in an Olympic final in the top 4, top 5, the next progression is a medal in LA. That's the Neeraj Chopra kind of progression. Neeraj has set the bar high. There was no Murli Sri Shankar here because of injury. Otherwise, long jump could have been a medal. So 4x400 and then Ritika Huda tomorrow. Ritika Huda gets a decent draw. Watch out for a Ritika Huda for sure. So your medals have not ended yet. So Aman can get you to 6. Ritika can certainly get you to 7, which will equal Tokyo. So let's see.
Sorry. Pranit here is saying we should stop celebrating bronze medals, fourth place finishes to improve in future Olympics and try to win golds. As Prakash said, players should take responsibility and stop making excuses every time. See,
No one has made it. Yeah, Gargi, go on.
if you don't celebrate fourth place finishes now, you'll never get to golds. That's what I think.
Firstly, I don't think any player has given excuses.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Praneeth, I don't think Laksha has given any excuse except saying he could have done better. And Arjun, Laksha, Manu, when she lost that shoot off and came fourth, I don't think anyone has given excuses. And I think Prakash sir should have not said those words then. And I've said this openly and I'm saying it now. I think Prakash sir, at that point in time, within 20 minutes of Laksha losing, you could have said it to the athlete in a private conversation or maybe sometime later. But, and again I'm saying this, it is not the players, not the players alone. It is a collective. If Laksha did not show mental resilience, it is as much Prakash sir and Vimal and the support team. They are a collective. They are working on Laksha's strengths and weaknesses. And mental strength is as much part of that strength and weakness. That's why you have a specialist mental conditioning coach. The team Laksha is responsible as much as Laksha the athlete. In Vinesh's case, Vinesh obviously has to take onus, but it is more the support staff because they are the ones who administer the food, the nutrition, the fluids. In Antim's case, it's the support staff. So just don't say that it is the athlete. It is not the athlete. It is the collective, which includes the athlete, but it is including the coaching staff, the physio, the sport. That's how it is. Because when Laksha wins, do you credit Prakash Padukone? Yes or no? You do. When India wins, you credit Rahul Dravid? Yes or no? You do. So when India loses or Laksha loses, why is it that it's only the athlete who will have to take the blame? It has to be collective responsibility.
Absolutely. Then, if they win, if athletes win, then they will go ahead and say it's just me who did that, which will not be right.
And that will break the whole ecosystem down.
Yeah,
It will
exactly.
break the whole ecosystem down.
संकल्प पांडे, सोना जीता जाता है, चांदी हारी जाती है, and bronze is just a consolation prize. This should be our athlete's mindset.
याके बोल भाई कि ब्रॉन्ज कॉन्सोलेशन प्राइज है. हमारे देश में तो 44 साल कोई कॉन्सोलेशन मिला ही नहीं था. लिएंडर पेस को जाके बोल दो 18 ग्रैंड स्लैम जीत चुका है कि ओलंपिक्स में तो ब्रॉन्ज कॉन्सोलेशन प्राइज था. आप देख लो क्या बोलता है आपको. टेनिस का हॉल ऑफ फेम में इंडक्ट हुआ है लास्ट महीना. अभी भी बोलेगा ये ओलंपिक मेडल मेरा लाइफ का सबसे बड़ा है. नोवाक जोकोविच को देख लो, वो बोलता है ओलंपिक गोल्ड उसका सारे ग्रैंड स्लैम छोड़ देगा. एंड ओलंपिक मेडल के लिए वो कुछ भी कर देगा. एंड दादा, ओलंपिक्स में अगर कॉन्सोलेशन प्राइज कह रहे हो तो क्या कह सकता हूँ. आई मीन फेयर इनफ. आप फिर ये कॉन्सोलेशन प्राइज तो मेरा लोकेलिटी में मिलता नहीं है, शायद आप लाके एक दे सकते हो.
क्रेम डिला क्रेम में अगर आप कंसोलेशन प्राइज जीत रहे हो, वो भी बहुत बड़ी बात है.
आप एक बात समझा करो. There's a Julian Weber who threw 87. There's an Anderson Peters who threw 87. There's a Rego who threw that. Jakub Vladic who beat Neeraj Chopra in the Diamond League, remember? Jakub Vladic beat Neeraj Chopra in the Diamond League or the World Championship, one of them. Neeraj came second, Vladic came first. In Tokyo, Vladic was second. Yesterday, he did not even medal. Jakub Vladic खराब एथलीट है क्या? Consolation prize भी नहीं मिला सर, नहीं मिला उसको. And possibly his last Olympic Games. उतना यंग भी नहीं है. नीरज चोपड़ा तो एलए खेलेगा, 100% खेलेगा. So ऐसे मत कहिए प्लीज. आप सुपर चैट दे रहे हो, मत कहिए. ओलंपिक गेम्स में मेडल करना बहुत बड़ी बात है. हमें समझ नहीं आता ये कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है और ये कितना चैलेंजिंग होता है. मैं तो 1000 बार आप लोगों को समझा चुका हूं कि शूटिंग में कितना प्रिसिशन मेडल आता है. कल अगर वो 38 सेकेंड्स ऑन द क्लॉक पीआर श्रीजेश वो सेव नहीं किया होता तो क्या होता बताइए आप. वो कंसोलेशन प्राइज है कि आज सुबह इंडिया में बहुत सारे बच्चे हॉकी स्टिक लेकर ग्राउंड जाएंगे कि मुझे श्रीजेश बनना है, मुझे हरमनप्रीत सिंह बनना है क्योंकि वो मेडल आया है. ये लोग रोल मॉडल्स है, हीरोज है। ये 1 मिलियन किड्स को हॉकी खिला देंगे। एक नीरज चोपड़ा ने पूरा देश को ऐसे चेंज कर दिया कि हम लोग 2 बजे जैवलिन देख रहे हैं। कौन सा कॉन्सोलेशन मेडल है भाई?
Okay, final super chat and then we'll end the show. Ayush Jindal, Boria Diets, Aman versus Cruz, Darian Twa, if that's how you pronounce
Right. It's the thanks for pointing this out, and there is a massive chance. Abdullayev is the other semi-final. Correct, the repechage one. Absolutely, Ayush. Thank you very much for saying this. And now there is a serious chance. I was sort of not being able to say this with Abdullayev. Yes, the two absolutely spot on. Absolutely spot on. This is a chance. Now let's say this 70-30 India. Aman will have a real chance and a crack. He's fifth seeded. He took out Abakarov, he took out Egorov, and 10-0, 10-0. So brilliant form. Lost to Higuchi, yes, but he will have a real good chance today, Ayush. I really hope he gets that medal. Really hope he gets that medal. What is
Absolutely.
Bapaditto saying? Vinesh has approached Delhi High Court via lawyer Rahul Mehra, alleged WFI and president were taking proxy. I don't know what to say to this. I mean, proxy decisions about what? And by the way, Vinesh is managed by OGQ. Viren Raskina put out a statement yesterday saying everything was done. All of you have read the statement. Now, clearly, that could not have been put out without Vinesh's consent. So, what proxy decision? I don't know. I mean, this is a political issue. Let it play out in the legal domain. My moot point is very simple. 100 grams has lost India a possible gold. That's it. Someone somewhere needs to introspect. Someone somewhere made a mistake. Vinesh, her support team, the Indian contingent, all of us are collectively responsible for that mistake.
Yeah, we have 2 more super chats, so we'll take that. CK Chatterjee is Odisha behind success of India hockey.
I'm glad you said this. I'm so glad you said this. I mean, a state, CK Chatterjee, thank you very much for asking this. I was about to write a piece today on the Odisha story. The support that you have seen in Odisha for hockey, and it's continuing now. The new government has increased or extended the sponsorship to 2036. They have done incredible work for Indian hockey, and aren't we glad? Go ask anyone. The Rourkela Stadium, the Bhubaneswar Stadium, absolutely magical, the facilities. Odisha deserves a hell lot of credit for Indian hockey.
Absolutely. They do. If he is saying Nadeem didn't have the money to buy a javelin here, Chopra's spending 470 crore wasted just to be at the bottom. He's not at the bottom. What are you saying? He won a silver medal. USA won 100 medals. They never celebrate. I don't even he didn't pocket the 470 crores, by the way. I don't know why everyone thinks that. What do you even say to this?
He's not a good athlete. Say it. If you think, I mean, come on, man. How do you explain to you people? How does one? USA. I've lived and taught in that country for many, many years. Bapaditto, I think, lives there. Can you ask him how many sports facilities are there in his locality? Just in his locality. Anyone, and you're asking this question, just go check the USA school system, the college system, the integration between academia and sport, and you will understand how deep-rooted that sports culture is. नीरज चोपड़ा के पहले हम जैवलिन में कुछ कर सकते हैं, एथलेटिक्स में कुछ कर सकते हैं, ये तो मीलों में नहीं पता था भाई. आज तो हमारे देश में जैवलिन रेवोल्यूशन हो चुका है. एक जेना आ गया, एक डीपी मनु आ गया, एक एक्स आ गया, वो वाई आ गया. सारे लोग अभी जैवलिन फेंक रहे हैं और फेंकेंगे. सो आप कौन सा बात कर रहे हो और क्यों कर रहे हो? क्यों कर रहे हो? तो आप ये कहते हो क्या, जब इंडिया पाकिस्तान से क्रिकेट में हार जाता है, हार तो गया है, एक आध बार तो हारा भी है ना, तो आप कहते हो क्या कि बाबर आजम, विराट कोहली को इतना पैसा मिलता है, इंडियन क्रिकेट में तो बिलियंस ऑफ डॉलर्स है, तो रोहित शर्मा और विराट कोहली कैसे हार रहे हैं पाकिस्तान से? बोलते हो क्या?
taxpayer money. The comments
नीरज
after.
चोपड़ा को पैसा मिल रहा है ट्रेन करने के लिए, वो बॉटम, व्हाट बॉटम? क्या कहते हो आप लोग, और क्यों कहते हो? मुझे तो आज सुबह उठ के मैं पढ़ रहा था, हम इतना दुखी है कि पाकिस्तान को गोल्ड मेडल मिल गया। अरे मिलने दो भाई। अरशद नदीम was brilliant last night, सेलिब्रेट कर लो। बाबर आजम was brilliant in Dubai in that Asia Cup match and he won that match. Mohammad Amir bowled an incredible spell in the Champions Trophy. Big deal, big deal. They were brilliant on those days. But that doesn't mean Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma and the money spent on Indian cricket is all bogus. How is that possible?
लाखों लाखों क्या करोड़ों में से एक उभर के आते हैं, उसमें भी वो सिल्वर लेके आए हैं, और आप कह रहे हैं कि वो बॉटम में एंड हुए। ऐसा, दिस इज नॉट राइट। Super chats keep coming in. Saroj Patro, any idea why Antim's performance was so bad? I think he means to say she's no way as bad as she performed. Is it due to the weight issue where she had to stop eating?
Absolutely. And we broke the story that for 48 hours, Antim was made to starve. Antim was made to starve for 48 hours because she had almost missed her weight again. And she had no energy left. And that is why I say it is incompetence. I say it's a botch up by the Indian management. They should have handled Antim better. Antim is a medal winning athlete. She had a brilliant draw. She could have gone on to fight for the gold medal. Yes, I was predicting a bronze or a silver, but she could have medaled had she been handled better. We did not handle her well. And Antim is 20 years old. She's not supposed to think about her nutrition or food or hydration. No, her job is to go out there and fight. The support team has to take care of it. So Saroj Patro, you're right. The Antim thing wasn't best handled at all.
Yeah, see, Bapaditta Karan is telling India investment in sports is 1.9% compared to the US. The sports facilities in schools and colleges here is better than most India. Boss,
I mean,
even
obvious.
the college athletes there, the D1 level athletes, that's what they're called. They get $1 to play. College sports tournaments have thousands of people showing up to watch their sports. That's how
Not
popular.
thousands, not thousands, lakhs.
Yeah.
Lakhs. Tobacco Road, Duke versus North Carolina. Go and watch.
Yes.
Lakhs. Lakhs.
Absolutely.
अभिजीत, हम लोग शो खत्म कर रहे हैं, तू अभी क्यों ज्वाइन कर रहा है?
सॉरी बोलिए ना, कल रात को 3:30 बजे पहुंचा होटल। अब जस्ट कुछ घंटों की नींद लेके उठा, लेकिन हम
I don't know why people are still focused on India, Pakistan. We are behind Pakistan in ranking Rio 2.0. We are also behind many other countries.
So you are behind Pakistan in Champions Trophy in 2017. You were behind Pakistan in Asia Cup of 2021. You were behind Pakistan in the World Cup of 2022 when Pakistan made the final. Because they beat New Zealand. India lost to England in the semi-final. You were behind Pakistan in the World T20 in 2022 in Australia. So what? So what? Come on.
I mean, see, Neeraj has always beaten Arshad, if you see in this way. From 2016 Junior World Championship, they've been playing together. Arshad Nadeem said that I have never beaten, I was there in the press conference, he said, I've never beaten Neeraj in my entire life. This is the first time I'm ahead of Neeraj. All right, the Olympics is like, the peak, but imagine how many events. Last 2 year World Championship, Neeraj was gold, Arshad was silver. Tokyo Olympics, Arshad was not even on podium. Asian Games 2008 in Jakarta, I was there. Neeraj gold, I don't remember. Arshad was silver.
Arshad withdrew.
Yeah, and then so many at every event. Arshad has, this is the first time only he has won. So guys, it's okay. If you wanted to see, even in the World Cup, we have beaten Pakistan in cricket every time. It's only in T20 World Cup once they have won. So the thing in this way, and I can see yesterday how Neeraj was feeling. He was not happy with silver medal.
Ajay, 1 second. Let's answer this one. How did Nadeem win gold without having facilities? How did Usain Bolt win gold? आप लोग जमैका गए हो, मैं 25 बार जा चुका हूँ. Inner Jamaica में there is people sit. It is either drugs or guns or violence or whatever. How many people have from Jamaica have come and won gold at Olympic Games? Tell me. Do Jamaica have less money than India? Yes. Do they have less facilities than India? Yes. Do they produce an Usain Bolt, a Johan Blake? Uh, uh, just name them. Just name the Jamaican athletes. How many? How does Usain Bolt win gold? Any explanation? How did Anthony Nesty go search Google? Search Google now. Now. How did Anthony Nesty of Suriname beat Matt Biondi in Seoul? Tell me. Matt Biondi is from the United States and had won 6 or 7 gold medals in that games as a swimmer. Anthony Nesty of Suriname comes and wins a gold medal. That's why this is a Bob Beamon moment. It's a freakish act of excellence of a different level. Come on, that's why it's the Olympic Games. That's why I'm saying Anthony Nesty of Suriname. Usain Bolt is the best example. It's not a system. It's not a system. Abhinav Bindra, how did Abhinav Bindra win gold? कौन सा सिस्टम था हमारे देश में शूटिंग का? कुछ नहीं था. हाउ डिड नीरज चोपड़ा? नाउ तो ठीक है, नीरज चोपड़ा के पीछे आप पैसा खर्चा कर रहे हो. When नीरज चोपड़ा was first coming in, जैवलिन में कितना पैसा था? कहां पैसा था? दिखाइए मुझे. ऐसे मत कहिए, ऐसे मत कहिए.
Anyway, I think we should end the show. Almost an hour has gone by. Abhijit, last words on hockey and Neeraj getting us those medals.
Bureda and I were there together Tokyo. I told Bureda, Tokyo में साथ में बैठे थे.
अब तुम अभी से बोल रहे हो कि लॉस एंजलिस में भी तुमको जाना है.
Bureda जाना तो रहेगा अभी ओलंपिक से, तो we have to be there.
100% जाओगे.
So I mean, hockey was something. Speaking to all the athletes, I did an interview of Lalit Upadhyay. He said Goro ko harana, beating England was one of the best win of the tournament. He also said how special was Tokyo, how difficult it was. You know, it was such a wonderful feeling to.
One second, somebody says Abhinav won gold because his rich father built a private shooting range. You know, Abhinav won gold because he would tie his face up at night. आप लोग रात में सोते हो क्या? हर कोई सोते हो ना? आज से एक काम कर लो, रात में ना एक महीना just tie your face up. Tie your face up so that your jaws don't move, so that you can't speak. Tie your face up and go sleep so that these jaws don't move and you get balance. That's what Abhinav did. Do all this, no, for a change. Do एक काम करो ना, बेस्ट है. सबके पाड़ा में, सबका लोकेलिटी में लैंप पोस्ट है. लैंप पोस्ट है ना, आज जाके एक लैंप पोस्ट पे चढ़ जाओ. एंड बाय द वे, बेल्ट या नीचे कोई रस्सी लेके मत चढ़ना, ऐसे चढ़ना. दम है तो चढ़ के दिखाओ मेरे को. चढ़ जाओ, चढ़ जाओ. अभिनव एक्चुअली डिड दिस इन जर्मनी टू ओवरकम फियर. उसका रिच बाप ने प्राइवेट शूटिंग रेंज देके, तो हमारे देश में बहुत रिच बाप है, बहुत है. सबको, सबका बच्चे को प्राइवेट शूटिंग रेंज या कुछ फैसिलिटी कर देगा, जाके ओलंपिक गोल्ड मेडल नहीं जीत जाएगा. नहीं जीत जाएगा. ऐसा नहीं होता यार. डिस्ग्रेसफुल कमेंट्स मत किया करो.
I mean, if he's rich, whatever, is won a gold medal for India. Come on, show some respect. Rich हुआ तो क्या हुआ? Sorry. Anyway, about and then about Neeraj Chopra. I mean, what an incredible athlete. I've not seen an athlete like him.
By the way, the best comment was PR Srijesh. Let's finish with this. So,
Yes.
PR Srijesh, what do you tell your goalpost? He says, I used to, this was Abhijit's question. Abhijit's question, somebody else's question. And he says, I used to give a lot of gully to my players. I used to abuse them. I used to say MCBC. And he actually said these words. He said, I used to say, in the press conference, he said, I used to say MCBC, MCBC. And then, I became the super senior in the team. My coach called and said, Shri, the words that you use for your juniors, this MCBC, do you think this is fair? And by the way, when he's saying MCBC, Craig Fulton had no idea what he's talking about. He passed me. So he's calling Harmanpreet Singh and saying, what is he saying? What is he saying? Harmanpreet is explaining to him in his ear that MCBC means this. And Craig Fulton is laughing. He's laughing. And then Srijesh says, I was told this and I realized, yes, maybe I'm not a good role model. What should I do? Then I started telling my goalpost. Because my goalpost will not tell me anything. And here, the goalpost will not feel bad. That's why the goalpost is like my girlfriend. I can say anything. They love me back. I love the goalpost. It was unreal what he was talking about. He said
sometimes I even abuse my goalpost because I cannot abuse any other. and that's how I can take out my frustration. And
You know, how
before,
can you concede this goal? Why did you not stop the
yeah,
goal
yeah,
being a bar and stop the goal for me? How did my goalpost concede this goal?
yeah. And before the match, I saw Srijesh going to the goalpost. This was like an hour before.
Yeah,
He went
alone.
there, he sat there, and he was actually talking to the goalpost. I mean,
He does
I mean,
that. I've seen
he,
it.
he does that. But this was his last match, right?
Yeah.
But
So,
now no longer. Acha, there's so many these things. So let me close with this. So Bhola ji says to me, so I said, Shrijesh, he says, मैं आपको breaking news दे देता हूँ. I said, हाँ दीजिए sir. He said, Shrijesh will be the head coach of the junior Indian hockey team, which we broke yesterday. It is a fact. And Nandini Kumar, who handles media and PR for hockey, so Nandini instantly messages me saying, "Ye kya hai?" I said, "Ha, Bholanath Singh is on record saying Shrijesh will be the head coach of the junior Indian hockey team." And I say this to Harmanpreet Singh, and he laughs. He says, "Sir, इससे बेहतर तो हो ही नहीं सकता. श्री भाई तो फिर बैंगलोर में कैंप में रहेंगे, हमारे साथ ही जुड़े रहेंगे. जब जरूरत होगा उनको बुला लेंगे. वो तो हमारे साथ ही रहेंगे." And Nandini writes to me saying, "I forwarded your tweet to Shrijesh's wife, saying no more staying at home. He will continue to be on the road."
क्या बात है. That's incredible. Well, I think that's a perfect note to end the show. We'll see more of Pia Shijesh, maybe not at the
just
goalpost,
one
but
thing.
yes,
Uh,
yes.
yeah, Neeraj Chopra, what an athlete! What an athlete! It was, he said, कल अरशद का दिन था, and he said, मैंने 90 कभी मारा नहीं था, लेकिन मेरे में वो कॉन्फिडेंस था. मैं बहुत ट्राई किया, क्योंकि पता है कि मुश्किल है, लेकिन मैंने ट्राई किया. मुझे पता था शायद मैं कर लूंगा. सेकेंड थ्रो मुझे लगा शायद चला जाएगा, लेकिन अनफॉर्चुनेटली नहीं पहुंचा. बट उसने कहा है कि मैं भी यहाँ रुकने वाला नहीं हूँ, मैं और इसको आगे ले जाने वाला हूँ. क्योंकि मैंने एक एक बात हमेशा याद रखना चाहिए कि नीरज कंसिस्टेंटली पोडियम पे फिनिश होता है. आप मुझे लास्ट टाइम बताइए नीरज पोडियम पे कब नहीं था. 2-3 साल पहले, आई डोंट नो, कहीं पे तो
खत्म
उसने
कर
भी तो
अभिजीत, खत्म कर भाई. 1 घंटा हो चुका है और काम भी करना है. और
और दो सुपर
हरमनप्रीत का
चैट भी आ
इंटरव्यू भी निकल गया. ये करो.
ओके, बोलिए था अमन का वेट अपडेट.
कुछ गलत नहीं सुना है. मत बोलो, मत बोलो. कल अभिजीत ने मेरे से वीडियो करवाया था. द मोमेंट इट हैपेंड कि बोलिया था जल्दी बोलो कि अमन का वेट लेके बॉचअप ना हो जाए. हमने वो बोला भी था. देयर इज नथिंग दैट हैज हैपेंड. 8:30 वेट हो गया है.
तो
So
गुड.
weighing हो चुका है. Indian time 7 p.m. 6:55 p.m. is his bout. 6:55 p.m. is his bout. We will be there. We will report from there. Everything. And so I don't see that as a problem anymore.
Yeah, and final super chat. Need more professionalism at sports bodies. Coaches not being present for archery. Weight issues for wrestling are unacceptable at these level. Bolyada, you need to make sure heads roll.
No, I don't think coaches were not present for archery. I don't think so, but you're absolutely right in terms of professionalism. The wrestling issue, the antim issue, the weight issue. Absolutely, we have to be we have to be professional. But the archery point, I don't think coaches were not present. You're talking about the Korean coach. The Korean coach, nobody requested for him to come.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining Boria and Abhijit. We'll see you more throughout the day. We've got Aman's match as well. So thank you for joining.